You're staring at a project that feels impossible. The deadline is a hard date that seems completely unrealistic. The pressure is high, and somewhere in the back of your head, a little voice is already waving your white flag. Sound familiar? Your mind just had you quit before your abilities even had a chance to meet that deadline. The U.S. Navy had the exact same problem. Today we're covering the 4-pillar mental toughness system the Navy built to fix it, the research that proves it works, and how to put each technique to use the next time the pressure hits you. The U.S. Navy was recruiting some of the most physically elite candidates in the world to become a Navy SEAL. People who could ace push-up tests, crush swim times, run for days. And around 76% of them were voluntarily quitting BUDS, the basic underwater demolition SEAL training, widely considered one of the most demanding military selection courses in the world. They weren't quitting because their bodies gave out. Their minds gave out first, and they rang the bell. The bell is an actual bell, and any candidate can ring it at any time to quit. Dr. Eric Potteratt, a clinical and performance psychologist who spent a decade as the lead psychologist for the U.S. Navy SEALs, studied what separated the candidates who made it from those who rang the bell and walked away. What he found was nothing to do with muscle. It was about mental resilience. He built a 4-pillar mental toughness framework, and the graduation rate jumped significantly. These same techniques now show up in elite sports, Olympic programs, and high-stakes business environments. Potteratt himself went on to work with the LA Dodgers, Red Bull athletes, the Miami Heat, NASA astronauts, and Fortune 500 executives. Now, before the 4 pillars, here's a quick piece of research that backs up this framework. A 2020 study published in the Frontiers in Psychology titled Stress, Mindsets, and Success in Navy SEAL Special Warfare Training followed 174 SEAL candidates through BUDS. Researchers from Stanford University and the Naval Health Research Center found that the candidates who believed stress could enhance their performance rather than destroy it showed greater persistence through training, faster obstacle course times, and fewer negative evaluations from instructors. Same physical stress, completely different outcomes based on the mental approach. The study confirmed what Potteratt had already seen in practice. Your mindset under pressure isn't a soft skill. It's a muscle that can be trained to achieve your peak performance. Here's the 4 pillars. Pillar 1, goal segmenting. Under extreme stress, the brain gets overwhelmed fast. A SEAL candidate thinking about 6 weeks of BUDS doesn't make it. A candidate thinking about the next meal, the next evolution, the next 100 meters, different story. Narrowing your focus to an immediate, achievable target quiets the part of your brain screaming about everything that could go wrong. In your work life, this is the difference between staring at a quarter's worth of deliverables and asking yourself, what's the one thing I need to finish before lunch? Chunk it down. Your brain is wired to respond to progress. Give it something it can win. Pillar 2, mental rehearsal. Candidates who passed the highest stress exercises had one thing in common. They'd already run the scenario in their minds. They visualized the actions, the obstacles, a successful outcome. This isn't wishful thinking. Neuroscience shows that mental rehearsal activates the same neural pathways as actually doing the task. You're getting reps in without moving. Before a big presentation, a tough conversation, a high-stakes meeting, run it through in your head. Walk it through going well. What will you say? How will you handle the hard questions? What does it look like when you nail it? You'll show up with the kind of quiet confidence that's hard to explain until you've tried it. Pillar 3, positive self-talk. Potteratt found that candidates who made it through BUDS actively intercepted negative self-talk and replaced it with short, punchy, direct statements. Not journal affirmations, things like, easy day, stay in the moment, you've done harder. The goal isn't to pretend everything is fine. It's to break the negative thought loop before it compounds. Because under pressure, one negative thought invites 10 more, and that spiral tanks your performance and mental resilience fast. The SEALs treat the spiral like a threat and shut it down immediately. Pick 2 or 3 phrases that are true and mean something to you, short enough to fire off in 2 seconds. Keep them ready. Use them like a reset button when the inner critic starts getting loud. And pillar 4, breath control. When stress hits, your nervous system triggers a physical response. Heart rate climbs, thinking gets narrower. Useful if you're running from a dinosaur or a lion. Not useful for everyday situations. The seals use box breathing to bring their heart rates back down.